Hi guys, my name is Sean. I'm a houseplant enthusiast from Jakarta, Indonesia. I like to care for plants, propagate them, and experiment with them, and share my experience with you here on YouTube. So if you're into that kind of videos, please do consider subscribing to my channel and send this video a like. In today's video, I'm going to be potting up these really weird Alocasia tubers that I got. So this was sold to me as Alocasia dragonscale, and those are actually very expensive. And I got these all for about 130,000 Indonesian rupiah, and that's around half a kilogram worth of tubers. And I counted here that I've got 16 of them, if I'm not wrong here. And I've counted here that I've got 19 of them, and I actually didn't look this up yet. I know I should have researched it, but I did not, and I didn't bother asking anyone. I'm not the kind of person that asks for directions sometimes. So I'm going to be propagating this into 3 different kinds of potting mix. The general, aeroid, and forest floor potting mix. In nature, alocasias are actually forest floor dwelling plants, so I have a feeling that they might like the forest floor type potting mix. But something also tells me they like the aeroid potting mix because they want something to grip onto, and I've got some alocasias down there grown in aeroid potting mix, and they're very happy. And I have a feeling the general will also be pretty good for them. So let's put it to the test and see what happens. Let me explain the dilemma here. I actually don't know anything about these cuttings. I don't know which side up it is, and I'm guessing like this is where an old leaf used to be, so I guess this is the side up. And maybe for this one, I think this is down and this is above. I'm not sure. I really don't know which side up things are. Yeah, but I'm guessing that the sharp point is probably down. I'm not sure. And I have a feeling that this can be cut into sections too, and you can even propagate them, but that's just my feeling. I'm not I'm not an expert with alocasias. I'm completely new with them, and I'm being brutally honest with you guys. So, and I also have a feeling that if you plant them sideways in a pot, they may even put out a few sprouts. But again, all speculation. So this video is going to be very interesting. You're going to either see me fail miserably, or we're going to discover something together. And we're also going to put it to the test to see if the seller did indeed sell Alocasia dragonscale to me. Okay, so I'm done, and that is the weirdest experiment ever because I'm really not sure what I'm doing. But as you can see here, I have 3 different potting mix: forest floor, general, aeroid, and I've got some of the tubers here laying sideways down because the other side has actually a little bit of roots. So let's see what happens. This is also facing sideways. This one's facing sideways. There's some of them that are vertically down. Some of them are sideways here as well. So let's see. I'm not gonna comment much, but if I can make a prediction, I think the arid potting mix seems to be one that is good for them, but this is too early to tell. So I will be back in a few months' time. Let's see how these babies do. See you guys. Bye. 3 weeks since we planted these. Look at that, everybody's growing. That one is putting out a leaf. Very interesting. I think I have nearly 100% success rate. These ones are the ones that are grown vertically up. This one is grown sideways. And let me look around here. This one is grown sideways, but it hasn't given me any new shoots to it. So maybe I'm guessing that these guys need to be grown facing up. Hey, that's Josie. Hey. Psst. Say hello. So I guess we will wait until we have bigger leaves so we can determine the species, hopefully. I'll see you guys in a few more weeks. Welcome to a final update on this plant. So this is exactly 2 weeks from our last update and a total time of 6 weeks from propagation. This is so exciting, and I have already confirmed from this that it is in fact an Alocasia. Sorry about the wetness here. This is an Alocasia dragonscale. I love the baby leaves. This is quite an exciting project. Look at this one, it's still curling up. Hello. So here's my thoughts. The one that is in aeroid potting mix, I'm not sure if I put less cuttings in here or if most of the stumps did not end up sprouting, but maybe the aeroid potting mix is not right for it. I have a feeling. The general purpose potting mix is doing quite alright. Everything is growing. It's a little bit slower But as you can see, shoots are forming everywhere, and I see 2 new shoots here that are going to happen. I do feel a mushiness here, a little bit of the stem did rot a bit. So I have a feeling that this may be a bit too compact for it. I mean, the general purpose potting mix, a little bit too water retentive, so it's not doing as well. But I think what's doing the best is this one in the forest floor potting mix. And that kind of maybe confirms my suspicions that they are indeed forest floor dwelling plants, and they do like forest floor potting mix, where it's just a mix of airy sediments that you can find on the forest floor. Again, I will link the video up on the screen for the recipe of this forest floor potting mix, but I do see something troubling here. Do you see that? So basically that's, I think, a fungus, and as you can see, it is affecting everywhere. It is on the side of, this is a beautiful fungus actually. I don't know the name of it, but you can see those strands over there. This is not good for the plant, the white spiderweb looking thing. That's probably the fungus. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to be repotting all of these into my forest floor potting mix, and then I'm going to be treating it with fungicide. Let me see if I have it here. Yeah, I do. So basically I use this, any brand will do. So I don't measure anything actually. I just pour a few of this in like I don't know, a tablespoon worth into half a gallon of water or half a sprayer that I have, and then just shake it and then spray down the leaves, the shoots, and also the soil. I sometimes also do this with anti-fungus. I just sprinkle a little bit on the top of the soil if I see it. So whenever it gets rained on or when I water it, this will just get spread on the top layer of the potting mix, and it's just going to help spread the antifungal or fungicide properties of this. And so far it's been working, and none of my plants have died this way. I'm just lazy. I don't really read and measure things. I just go by instincts. So that's how I treat it. I'm going to pot it up, and I guess I will do the final head count of the pots. Ooh, so I decided to show you some root porn while I was unpotting it. Look at that. This is so pretty. So we are done with potting them up, and I actually mixed the antifungal or fungicide. Sorry, what's wrong with my English today? My fungicide in here. So I'm just gonna spray everything down very liberally like that. On the leaves too, and the back of the leaves and the petal. Of course, I'm using one hand now, but ideally I'll put down the camera and I'll use both hands. It's okay if fungicide gets on you, it doesn't harm you. But this purple stuff, this is furadon, that you should not touch with your bare hands. It's a strong chemical pesticide. And these guys are actually very, very pest prone, which is why I actually added quite a bit amount of the furadon. I also added more slow release fertilizer, if you see those pellets, than I normally would with my other houseplants, because I have a weird feeling that these guys actually do respond well to fertilizing. They live on the forest floor where they get a lot of saturated nutrients on the canopy, on the floor below, compared to your epiphytic plants. So that is my hunch, because I have a lot of alocasias, but they're not really growing that well, even though I'm giving them the right water, the right sunlight, and I treat them for pests, if any. So I guess fertilizer could be a thing that I'm looking into, so I'll update you guys on that. And yeah, I'm going to finish spraying this down, but before I do that, let's do a quick head count. Let me put this down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So I have 18. I have 18 pots of these. So these are gonna be for sale, some of them. I'm gonna keep a few of them, and I may actually buy some more. I do love this kind of experiments. So my final advice before I let you guys go is, for alocasias, actually, they don't really do that well when you buy them and bring them indoors. A lot of them will drop many leaves because they're creatures of habits, so they like to be consistent with their conditions. So if they are moved, even though you have the best conditions for them, they may drop a few leaves, but then the new leaves that appear will always be acclimatized to your environment. So don't worry if your alocasias droop or it doesn't do so well in your environment, which is why my point is, if you can buy alocasia as stumps like these instead of the leaves, go for it. Especially for those of you who are international, you're buying to be shipped internationally, you can just buy the rhizomes and just grow the leaves in your environment. So that would be the perfect ideal way to ship alocasias. And just keep in mind, the leaves that will grow in your care would be suited to your environment, so they're going to be healthy and happy baby plants. So I guess I'm going to let you guys go. I'm at botanist on Instagram if you want to DM me on any questions regarding plant care and propagations. I'll try my best to get back to you. Meanwhile, do take care and stay safe. I will see you in the next episode. Bye.